What's going on, everybody? It's your homeboy, Popular Video Games here. I'm chilling out, maxing out, doing my thing. Welcome to my Grand Theft Auto 6 prediction series, Mission 7, Alerting to Drug Deal. Now, guys, make sure to check out my other Grand Theft Auto 6 prediction series in the description below. Alright, y'all. Now, in this episode, Nick wakes up from sleeping with Crystal. He walks out the apartment to get some fresh air. Down below, Lamar yells, "Hey, nigga, you getting some of that good old pussy, man?" Nick laughs and says, "You're real funny, man." Lamar walks up on the apartment complex. Lamar walks up and throws up the Angels gang sign, and Nick responds by throwing it up as well. He says, "I got you for what you did, man." Lamar says, "Hey, that ain't no thing. You remind me of a nigga I used to know, Franklin." Nick says, "What happened to him?" Lamar responds, "He got all uppity and left the hood." "Aw, well, I got my new little nigga, Nick." Nick laughs. Lamar questions, "What is Nick doing today?" He says, "I'm just finna chill and everything. You already know how I go, man." Lamar says, Nah, homie. You finna come make this paper." He tells Lamar hold tight and runs in to get his gun. He runs into Crystal there and she questions, "Where are you going?" Nick says, "Chill. I'm gonna be right back." She says, "Make sure your stupid ass comes back alive," and kisses Nick. Nick walks out. Crystal peeks out the door. Lamar sees her and says, "You can't say hey to a nigga?" Crystal responds saying, "You know I don't hang with you ever since Julia died." She looks at Nick and says, "He's stupid and he's gonna get you killed," and slams the door. Nick and Lamar get into Lamar's car and begin driving to the trap house. Now Nick questions saying, "So we gonna hit a lick or what?" Lamar responds, "Nah, nigga, we finna get this work and move that shit. You gotta learn there's other ways to be rich out here, player." Lamar slows the car and says, "Hold up, ain't that?" "Yeah, it is." Nick questions, "Who is that?" Lamar responds, "Yo, that's the Devil's Lieutenant. Man, this dude one of the most crazy motherfuckers out here, but he gonna see the Angels is crazier." Now, the Devil's Lieutenant is seen there talking to other devils. Lamar drives down and starts shooting at the lieutenant and the other devils, hitting one devil in the side. The lieutenant manages to escape. Lamar drives off. Now, Nick says, "Whoa, what the hell?" And then Lamar just starts laughing. Nick says, "Dude, what if the cops were there?" Lamar said, "You sound like Franklin now, all scary and shit." They arrive at the trap house and they get out to see Lance Vance at the door. He's the leader dealer around here for the Angels. "You want anything? You talk to this man." Lance said, "Yeah, advertise the shit." "Do I need to give you money like I give PVG?" Lamar questions, "Who's that?" Lance answers, "Popular Video Games. It's a chat." "Fuck it. Look, come here." And then Lance puts his arm around Nick and whispers, "You keep hanging around with this fool and you finna die." The three walk into the trap house. People are making coke and bagging up weed. Lamar sneaks off into the next room. Lance shakes his head and tells Nick, "Follow me into the back room, man." Now, Lance and Nick sit down, and Lance said, "Look, bro, you're new to the gang, but you haven't gotten that reputation to handle bigger stuff." He puts out his one hand and says, "I could move you with weed first. You'll get money, but at a lower rate. Good news, if you get caught, cops look past it, and niggas less likely to run up on you and steal it." Now he puts out his other hand and says, "This is coke." He says, "This is the type of shit that gets you rich, but it's heavy risk involved. Cops bust you with this, you effed. Fiends try to run from you, and them fools fast too, man. Like I had one dude snatch one from me when I was starting out like you. Dude ran 2 blocks by the time I hopped over the fence." He also says, "Bring somebody with you every time you about to do a deal with this coke, man. Depending on how much you have, dudes will try to hit you for it and things can get hectic." Nick picks weed, and then Lance says, "Alright, you made the right choice, little homie. Start low, work your way up." Now, as they walk out, Lamar does some coke and falls to the ground. Lance shakes his head and hands Nick a paper appease, people who buy. He said, "You go to them or you just try selling outside the gas station. I don't care. Bring me back 2,000 and you keep 790. Cool?" Nick says cool and walks out. He goes to the first P, a white dude named Ron. Ron hands him $500 and walks away. Nick says, "Damn, this is easy." In the same time, some random dudes are hiding, looking at Nick, flashing the money. The duo run out. Nick pulls out his 9mm and points it at them. The duo stop and run the opposite way. Nick says, "What the fuck?" And Nick goes to the next P. Now it's a skinny dude and he gives Nick $700. Nick gives him his stuff and then Nick moves to his final P. Now the final P is in enemy territory. When he gets there, it's a black dude named Wonder. Nick hands him the weed. Two dudes run out the cut and Wonder puts his hands up. Nick hits Wonder in the face and starts shooting at the duo. Nick then reaches down and grabs some money out of Wonder's pocket and then continually shoots at the duo and then runs out of the basketball court. As he runs down, he hits a left into the alley. The duo run out, continuing to fire, and then the police pull up and arrest the duo. Now Nick has the 900. He remembers that he has one more drop to make. It's on the back. It's his old homie James' crib. He pulls up on James, catches up with him, and collects the rest of the money. James says, "If you ever need help with this, man, make sure to let me know. I can always use that paper." Nick says, "I'll remember you." Nick walks back calling Lance saying that, "I'll be there shortly." "Man, this is easier than I thought." Lance said, "You didn't run into any trouble?" Nick said, "Nah, not really, man. This was easy." Now, as he walks, he runs into two random angels. They throw up the angels gang sign. Nick throws the one up with one hand. Now, next thing you know, an unknown gang dressed in gold runs out and starts firing at the angels. Nick runs and hops a fence. Lance is on the line saying, "Whoa, little nigga, you alright?" The two angels are hit in the chest. One tries to pull out a gun and get one last shot off, but he is stopped by one of the unknown gang members running up and blowing his head off. Now, Lance is still on the line with Nick. He says, "You alive?" Nick says, "Yeah, I'm alive, man. It was just crazy. I don't even know who them dudes was. Them dudes are wearing gold. I ain't never seen that before." Lance responds, "Gold? Wait a minute, we're yellow. Who the hell wearing gold out here?" Nick says, "I don't know, but I'm outside the trap house, man. Come on out." Lance said, "Nah, little nigga, you come on in." He proceeds into the trap house and Lance hands him his cut. And then he tells Lance, "Man, this shit was dangerous, but I can handle it though." Lance says, "Alright, bro, I'm gonna make sure to keep in contact with you. Come back and see me when you need some more paper." Nick says, "Got you," and walks out. Now, Nick heads to the store to buy aspirin and heads back to Crystal's house. He arrives at the door and then goes in. Now, he sees she sleeps on the couch. Nick sits next to her and turns on the TV. They are covering the new gang that's emerging. Nick remembers the dude who killed the two random angels. The newscaster says they call themselves the Vice King and they wear gold. Nick then gets on the phone with Finnick and says, "Hey, you turn on the news?" Finnick said, "Yeah, I'm watching this." He said, "Well, what we gonna do about this, man?" Finnick says, "Don't worry, bro. I'm gonna hit you tomorrow and we gonna get this done." Guys, thanks again for watching my Grand Theft Auto 6 prediction series. This has been your homeboy, Popular Video Games here. Make sure to like, comment, and share this around, y'all. Now, people were asking me about how long the series is going to be. It's going to be 100+ episodes. Yeah, right now, these are side missions. Now, the thing is, with my story, Judy's story is on hiatus right now because she's going to be strictly dedicated to the whole cop thing. So it's going to be on hiatus for 3 episodes. Then Judy's going to come back. Make sure to stay tuned for that. Once again, this is just a side mission. This is the drug dealing aspect that I'm hoping they put into Grand Theft Auto 6. All right, y'all. This has been your homeboy, Popular Video Games here. Peace out, y'all, and talk to you laters.